To answer the title, in part 2, Aladdin experiences significant character development and utilizes his resources to his advantage. This video is part 2 of 4 in our original Aladdin series. To summarize, the story of Aladdin is a Middle Eastern tale set in or near China, involving a boy and a magical lamp. In our first Aladdin video, we explored how Aladdin overcame the evil magician's tricks and met the genies within 2 magical objects. If you have not seen part 1 yet, I'll link it on the screen. I don't want to spoil too much, so let's dive into this story. One day, the Sultan ordered everyone to stay indoors as the princess left the palace to bathe. Despite the order, Aladdin snuck out, hid, and watched for the princess. When she lifted her veil, he became enchanted by her beauty. Determined to ask the Sultan for her hand in marriage, he returned home to tell his mom. She, initially laughing, agreed to help him by bringing magical fruits from the cave to impress the Sultan. However, when she entered the palace, the Sultan ignored her. Determined, she returned daily, waiting in the same spot. On the 7th day, the Sultan asked the Grand Vizier to summon Aladdin's mother. She went up to the foot of the throne and told him about Aladdin's obsession with the princess. Unfazed, the Sultan then asked her what she was carrying, and she revealed the jewels. Astonished, he turned to the Vizier and asked if the jewels were enough to marry his daughter. The Vizier, wanting the princess for his son, requested a 3-month delay, hoping his son would present a more impressive gift. The Sultan agreed, but told the mother not to return during that time. In the 2nd month, Aladdin's mother learned that the Vizier's son would marry the princess that night. She rushed home to inform Aladdin. He went into his room to summon the genie, and wished to have the couple brought to him that night because the Sultan had broken his promise. As he wished, the genie teleported the bed which carried the couple to Aladdin's chamber. Then, he told the genie to move the fiancé outside until daybreak so he could be alone with the princess. Trying not to scare the princess, Aladdin reassured her that she was promised to him by her lying father, and he swore she would come to no harm if she agreed to marry him. Too scared to speak, the princess remained silent all night as Aladdin slept beside her. At daybreak, the genie teleported the terrified fiancé back into the chamber. After that, the couple and their bed were teleported back to the palace. When the Sultan arrived, he found a worried princess and a terrified groom. Her mother was called to console her, and the princess relayed the event. Her mother told her it was just a dream. But that night, Aladdin summoned the genie to fetch the couple again. The next morning, the princess recited everything and urged the Sultan to ask the Vizier's son, who confirmed her story. Despite his love for her, the Vizier's son preferred to be separated from the princess, ending the marriage celebrations. After 3 months, Aladdin's mother reminded the Sultan of his promise. Upon seeing her, the Sultan hesitated and consulted the Vizier, who suggested imposing an impossible task. The Sultan asked for 40 basins of gold filled with jewels, carried by 80 slaves of different ethnicities. She relayed the request to Aladdin, who summoned the genie, and shortly after, 80 slaves appeared with the requested gifts. Aladdin instructed this group to head to the palace in pairs, followed by his mother. Dressed in luxurious garments adorned with jewels, they made a grand entrance that captured everyone's attention. As a result, the Sultan eagerly awaited the opportunity to meet Aladdin. His mother rushed back to him, relaying the news. After preparing himself with the genie's help, Aladdin arrived on a magnificent horse. The Sultan welcomed him and proposed he marry the princess. Aladdin, however, refused and requested time to build her a palace first. Once home, he instructed the genie to construct a splendid marble palace with a velvet carpet leading to the Sultan's palace. The next day, the palace was complete, and Aladdin was pleased with the results. His mother walked to the palace with her servants while Aladdin rode on horseback. After the princess was introduced to his mother, she was delighted to see Aladdin. Accepting her father's wishes, she agreed to marry Aladdin. Together, they bid farewell to her father and traveled to their new home. The following day, Aladdin showed the Sultan the new palace, which impressed him. Despite the envious vizier's claim of magic, Aladdin led a peaceful life so far. I hope you guys stay tuned for parts 3 and 4. The original folklore had Aladdin going through many adventures to find his happily ever after. And after reading part 2, I did not like him as a protagonist. At certain parts, I found him questionable. What do you guys think of Aladdin so far and this original story? You can read the tale from the source in the description below. I would really appreciate it if you guys could check out my other video on the screen right now. As always, if you could like and subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would like to thank you for watching.